Say magic, I mean it. Two of Gqeberha-born entertainers, Brendon Lee and Lee Lau, have taken the world by storm, and they've done it one magic trick at a time. And this duo beat world-famous magician duo Penn and Teller to book a spot at a Las Vegas magic show. And they join me to talk about their journey. It's going to be magical. Brendan Peel in studio and Lee Lau on Zoom. To both of you, there you are, magically appearing before me. It is lovely to have you with us. And, you know, I went back to watch that episode with your coin trick. Magical. And I actually have watched that series, the Penn and Teller series, for them, you know, going out into the world and looking for amazing people. And South Africans appear on that stage and do such a beautiful job. Brendan, tell me all about this amazing story. Yeah, so basically the experience was extremely surreal. For those of you who don't know the show, it's basically where Penn and Teller, who are world-class magicians, considered actually some of the best magicians in the world, other magicians from around the world come and try and fool them with a trick. So, you know, either they know how the trick is done or they don't. And myself and Lee Lau, we created a trick that we went and did it and fooled them, and they didn't know how it was, and it was how it was done, rather, and it was just extremely surreal for the both of us. And if you haven't seen it, guys, go ahead and look at it. It's magical. There's a coin that gets pulled out of Lee Lau's nose, and I don't want to give away too much because that was really, you know, where it was at. But Lee Lau, thank you, both of you from Gqeberha. You know, and what's so interesting also is that both of you have studied things that are so opposite to making magic. And I want to share from your perspective, how did you land on being a magician as being your passion and your career choice in life?
Well, it's actually quite an interesting story. I didn't set out to be a full-time magician when I was younger. I actually had magic as a hobby, especially the escapology side of things, or the art of escape. And I actually went, after high school I left, I actually went abroad. I lived in London for several years, and I actually started studying criminology. So I actually have a BA in criminology, but I also got back into sort of learning magic while I was abroad, and got in touch with a number of other magicians. And it was just through happenstance that when I returned to South Africa, I actually had the opportunity to perform for a Animal Welfare Society club meeting. Sort of way back in 2012, and then ever since then I sort of, the performance bug caught me, and sort of years later then I actually turned full-time as a magic performer. I think we need magic in the world, Brendan. You yourself also, the way Lee's sharing, you know, criminology sort of background, you've got a background in business, from Rhodes, no doubt. But being in that community and being part of the Grahamstown Film Festival, being voted and, you know, an outstanding member of the festival community, all of these things were really important steps to kind of, you know, setting you on your path. And as I was saying, we need magic. Is this why you do it? Yes, you know, I mean, it's sort of a similar thing to Lee, where the bug just bit me and I just went with it. And performing at things like the National Arts Festival now in Makanda, which was Grahamstown, you know, that was an amazing platform for, I would say, sort of niche artists like ourselves. I mean, magic is, let's face it, it's not very mainstream. I mean, how many magicians can you really name? But it is obviously a beautiful art form. I mean, both myself and Lee obviously love it as an art form, and yeah. Now, you've got your sleeves rolled up. I'm very excited, and I noticed that magicians like to have their sleeves rolled up, and they do this with their fingers, and you've got a pack of cards. I think we've got about how many minutes left, team? Just a few? Okay. 30 seconds to a minute. Can you do something magical? Okay, let's try something very quick, all right? I have over here, basically, these are essentially in this, if we could get a camera on here, we have different countries and cities in this little booklet, all right? Right. So you see here we have like Beijing. I can verify countries and icons, yes. Exactly, fantastic. So different places, Sydney, etc., etc. So if I may just sort of walk over here, all I want you to do is just go ahead and just open up anywhere you like, all right? Right. And just take a look at that place that you randomly landed on. Right, remember it, all right? And it's my favorite place in the whole world. And now, I also have a pack of cards over here, so I'll do this very quickly. These are all genuinely different cards, all right? You can trust me. I'm a magician, all right? No, obviously, all these cards are obviously completely different. I'm just going to riffle down. You just say stop wherever you like. Wherever you say stop, you'll take the card, but don't look at it just yet, all right? Stop.
Okay, you went very high, all right? But fantastic. Take your card. Do not look at it just yet. Of course, you could have stopped on literally any card you like. Now, I would like to draw the attention over to Lee Lau over there, because in his background, you can see something right over there. Lee, take it away.
Yes.
And that is what we call a prediction.
Okay, so I have a prediction that I've kept in here. And so just inside the envelope, I have one thing only.
But before you say it, what place were you thinking of?
I was thinking of Paris.
Paris. Okay, it was Paris. And one thing in there on the piece of paper.
No.
And that is indeed Paris. Hold on. Hold on. You still have the card. You still have the card.
Okay.
We have the card over here. You can keep it safe for now. If, Lee, you want to show us if you know the card or not, potentially.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do something magical with this prediction. I'm going to quickly set it alight. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I've got some ash inside here, so I'm just going to grab a little bit of the ash. And for this prediction, we're going to, I don't know if you want to reveal the card, but what I think the card is going to be is a little bit more ash.
What?
You see, appearing on his hand right now, it looks sort of like a 7 diamond. What card did you select freely? Indeed, the 7 of diamonds, a perfect match, and that is magic.
What in the David Copperfield has just happened here in the studio? Oh my gosh, this, guys, I didn't know, they didn't know. I'm super impressed. I know Penn and Teller, who are these renowned magicians globally, super impressed with you. What's next for the duo? What's next for you?
Yeah, so we're going to be performing all across South Africa, and we'll be going back to Las Vegas as well to work with Penn and Teller once again. But just stay tuned, because we'll be all over, everywhere across South Africa as well.
Lilau, I'm speechless. Thank you so much for being with us. One word to the country. I mean, who's going to win the election?
It's a pleasure.
You don't predict things, though.
No, I don't quite predict those things, but the best person will win, no doubt.
Listen, to the pair of you, thank you so much for stopping by and giving us this wonderfully magical ending to our program today. Brendon Lee and Leela, I'm giving you a standing ovation from our Johannesburg office. Thank you so much. So much fun. Go and catch them, and you can find a lot of their amazing magical feats online as well. A number of YouTube videos. I was certainly amazed when I saw it. And Mommy, look, I don't know what's going on. Can't explain it. My mother's a believing woman. All right, guys, so that's how we end the program. Thank you so much for being with us today. And I hope that you certainly got a lot of what you needed, mostly in terms of the information, of course, developments in terms of Rand Water and the Iconal pumping station, Johannesburg Water. Indications are that it's beginning to come online. We've got those explanations. We'll continue that theme throughout the afternoon today, but I also hope that you got some beautiful inspiration and those jewels of wisdom from our panel of elders, and then we ended you off with magic. What more could you ask for? See you again on Monday.